Let me bring in now Congressman Ted Lieu of California. He's a member of the Judiciary and Foreign Affairs Committees. Didn't mean to promote you, Congressman, but thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you, Hallie.
Let me pick up where Hans left off there. You heard Chairman Nadler say that folks have already started giving the committee documents, that they've had this very positive response. Who is he talking about? Do you know? Can you give us any insight into that?
Well, I don't know the specifics, but these document requests should not be overly burdensome. We're asking for documents that many of these people have already given to other entities. We want to know if there are dots to be connected, and then we're going to try to connect the dots. We're going to leave no stone unturned. And this is just the first wave of document requests. We're going to have additional document requests. We're going to be trying to interview as many witnesses as possible and then show the American people what we found.
You talk about additional document requests. We just showed that list of 81 people or organizations that Congress has reached out to. Ivanka Trump is notably not on that list. So is she next? Will she be in the next round?
Yeah. It's certainly possible. In terms of these document requests, they may open up new leads, which will result in additional requests based on what we get. And I just want to note that Special Counsel Mueller's investigation is narrow. He's interested only if anyone committed a crime related to Russian interference. The House Judiciary's oversight function is much more broad. We want to know if Donald Trump, his family, and his associates committed any crime. We also want to know, did they engage in any misconduct, whether or not it arose to the level of a federal crime?
Your colleague from California, Maxine Waters, sent out a tweet that is getting a lot of attention, including on, as you might imagine, some conservative media, saying impeachment is the only answer, she writes. She talks about some of these issues that the various questions surrounding the president. So I got to ask you, your party's leadership has really hit the brakes on this impeachment talk. Do you agree with Congresswoman Waters? Is impeachment the only answer? Is she right?
That would depend on what our investigation finds. Right now, we have good reporting from MSNBC. We've got news articles. We have people making various statements. But the House Judiciary Committee doesn't have a record. So we need to build this record, collect the documents, interview witnesses under oath. We're going to show the American people what we found, and then we'll make a decision based on what our investigation reveals.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Congressman, but it sounds like what you're saying in that answer is it's too soon to talk impeachment. Am I understanding that right?
That is correct. That is my view. We need to make sure we have all the facts, present them to the American people, and then we'll have a conversation on how to proceed.
You are about to send out a letter, or make public, I should say, a letter that you have sent to the Attorney General that we have exclusively first here on MSNBC for you to talk about with us. You are requesting now that the Department of Justice open an immediate investigation to determine if Jared Kushner is criminally liable for his false statements related to those security clearance issues. So I have a couple of questions for you on this new letter that I believe you sent to AG Barr yesterday. What is your hope? What do you hope to get out of this from the Department of Justice by sending this letter and by requesting more information on Kushner's security clearance?
Prior to entering Congress, I already had a security clearance, and I had to fill out what's known as a SF-86 form. Same thing Jared Kushner had to fill out. And right on the form, it says if you make false statements or omit material facts, you can go to prison for up to 5 years. Jared Kushner not only sent in one false and misleading form, he sent in two. And so Congressman Don Beyer and I have made a criminal referral to the Department of Justice, asked him to investigate Jared Kushner to see whether he should be indicted for putting in false or at least material false SF-86 forms.
Have you heard from the Department of Justice yet on this?
We have not. We just recently sent them the letter. We have a new Attorney General. We don't know what Bill Barr thinks. I hope he looks at the facts and the law. And it's very clear if this was anyone but Jared Kushner, they would be in a lot of trouble right now.
What do you realistically hope to get out of this? Do you realistically think that the Attorney General will respond in the way that you hope he would to this request?
We do hope that they open an investigation. That is not a difficult ask. And if career prosecutors simply were to look at the facts, they would open an investigation, because what Jared Kushner did in leaving out his meetings at Trump Tower, leaving out over 100 foreign contacts, those raised all sorts of red flags. The exact same red flags that the CIA and FBI raised when they denied him a security clearance, only to be overruled by Donald Trump.
Of course, this potentially puts you in the crosshairs of the White House, no?
It does, but this is what the framers intended, a separation of powers, and I'm part of a separate and co-equal branch of government, and we're going to act that way.
Before I let you go, Congressman, I have to ask you about this resolution that will be brought up tomorrow related to anti-Semitism, and, as you know, related to Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. How do you plan to vote? Have you decided?
I have. We should condemn all forms of religious bigotry, whether it's against Muslims or Jews or Catholics. I intend to vote yes on this resolution.
Congressman Omar was not singled out in this resolution. Should she have been, in your view?
No, I read the resolution. It is a resolution condemning anti-Semitism. That's why I'm going to vote and support it, because we should condemn anti-Semitism in all its forms.
Congressman Ted Lieu, I appreciate you coming on the show. Please keep us posted if you hear back from the Department of Justice on your request for more information related to Jared Kushner's security. Congressman Ted Lieu from California, thank you.